But let's talk about that web project, I Bet You Will.
Yes.
Because in a way, it's interesting that you kind of came to prominence with Super Size Me, but this little project set the tone for your work in a way, kind of creatively in a way, and also its business model in that it had a business model, which was unusual. And then also, can you talk a little about
so when we started this production company, at the time, we were trying to figure out what is the first show we're going to make, what's the first thing we're going to do. And at that time, which is hard to believe, there were no reality shows on television. Like there was no Big Brother, there was no Biggest Loser, none of these things existed. And so this was right at the spring of 2000. The show that was on was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Survivor went on in
that summer. It came on that summer. It came on later that summer. And so, so that spring, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was huge. And not only was it huge like one night a week, but they got to the point where they put it on like 4 nights a week. Like it was all Regis all the time, like 4 nights a week of Regis Philbin on this game show. And so I said, what we should do? The first thing we make should be a game show. And so the show that I came up with a show called I Bet You Will, where we'd go out on the street and we'd bet people to do stupid things for money right on the spot, like random strangers that I'd never met. Like I would walk up to, we were shooting on Wall Street. There was no way you'd be able to shoot this on Wall Street now, but we were shooting on Wall Street then. And I walked up to a Wall Street trader at like 8:30 in the morning, and I was like, "That's a really nice suit. That's a great looking suit. I'll give you $300 for that suit." He goes, "I'm not going to take $300 for this suit." He goes, "This suit's worth a lot of money." He goes, "I'll give you $400 for that suit." He goes, "How about $1,000?" And I said, "How about $500?" And he goes, "How about $8?" I said, "How about $6?" And he goes, "Deal." And so he shook his hand and he stripped down to his underwear and his shoes in the middle of Wall Street. I gave him $600 for his suit, and he's like, "Great, I bet you will. They'll take the shirt off your back," or whatever he said. I don't remember what it was. He goes, "Great, can I have my suit back?" And I was like, "That's not the way the game show works. I'll see you later." And so this Wall Street trader was sent off to work in his underwear and his shoes, and he had to go get a suit somewhere like right before work started. And when we premiered the show on the internet, we premiered it in around April of 2000. The show exploded. Like the show blew up. We had.
Let me just say that stunt is probably the nicest thing that happened on that show. I mean, it was a lot of bug eating and really a lot of puking.